Well, hello to everyone out there in YouTube land. I hope that everybody is doing well. I am doing fine. Thank you so much for asking. So I just wanted to come. You see how lively my oh, it's not focusing now, but excuse me. I had to run and sneeze. But you can see some of the bubbles. Let me see, of my sourdough starter. So I wanted to come and encourage us. What I'm doing now is I've been feeding it like for maybe 3 days now, because I want to start baking again with it. Sometimes I don't always bake with my sourdough, or sometimes instead of if I making kneaded bread or cake or whatever with hand, I'll use my bread maker or whatever. And sometimes I don't always use my discard. It depends on what's going on. Like sometimes you gotta make do. You gotta do what you gotta do. So sometimes you don't have the time to put effort into certain somethings in your house. So what I've been doing in order to bring this back to life, I've been discarding, of course, and feeding, discarding and feeding, so that it can, just get strong enough, because, it's been sitting in the refrigerator. Sometimes it'll sit in the refrigerator 3 to 4 weeks or whatever, as with any of my ferments, my starters or whatever. So, excuse me, I saw a terrible gnat lurking around. That's why I said let me just cover this up, because you're not gonna be landing in my in my sourdough starter, especially since I've been lovingly working so hard on it to get it, just to strengthen it or whatever. But what I want to say is, if you are working on a sourdough, you're new at sourdough starters, although there are so many voices or people on YouTube, on the internet, in our cookbooks, wherever, that has our tutorials and this, that, and the other, and advice about your sourdough starter. Remember that your sourdough starter is going to be personal to your environment. Personal to your environment, to your family, and whatnot. That's why a lot of people name theirs, because, because it's personal. It's personal to them in a certain way or manner. And what I want to say is, it's not going to always be, you use them as a guide. Any information that you receive, you use it as a guide, and you keep working on yours. Don't throw it out because it's not working. Just keep discarding a bit and keep feeding it. Maybe you can change the ratio of the water and the flour that you're adding. Change the ratio of the discard. The environment is in. Is it warm enough? Are you using maybe something underneath it? Are you covering it? It's certain, just keep working at it. Don't throw it away, unless it's moldy or bad or something like that. But otherwise, don't throw it away. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Just keep working at it, and it will come to life. And yours may not look like everybody else's. Also, that's another thing. You might be expecting it to look like somebody else's, but yours is strong and healthy and ready to go. But you think because it doesn't look like Sally Sue's, it's not good. And like me, I like mine thick. Mine is usually thick. I haven't fed it yet. I just discarded it, and I just said, let me come on and do a video. I just discarded, and then, now I don't recommend it looking like this, but I've been really lazy. I've just been trying to feed it and get it together. But, a lot of people, although theirs will look like this, I'm afraid it will mold around all of that with mold or something. So I don't normally have it looking like this. By the end of tomorrow, I should be finished with my feedings and ready to use it. So I will put it in another jar, a clean jar, and clean this one out or whatever. I normally don't do this for real, but although a lot of people, they do. So I said, well, if they're doing it like that, let me just be cool and just carry on, because like I said, I'm just trying to get it, healthy or whatever, get it established better so that, I can use it. It was okay, but like I said, I sometimes I'll keep it in there and I won't use it or whatever. Even the discard, we just are busy. We own something else, so we can only do what we can do. So as I was saying, yeah, I like mine thick. It's not really that thick looking. Well, it's batter thick, like cake batter thick right now. But once I put more flour in it, it's gonna be a little bit thicker. I put my flour in, stir it up, then add a little of the water as I deem fit. But yeah, so I know, and some people they like theirs runny, and some people they like it thick. I like mine to be thick. So you have to just work out your own soul salvation as you were, as it will. But yeah, so anyway, we just kind of gotta tailor it to, it's yours. It's yours, and it's going to adapt to your environment. So you got to make it yours, So anyway, so don't be discouraged when it's not working, or it's not looking like somebody else's or whatever, because it may not look like somebody else's. So anyway, just want to encourage you in that manner, in that vein, and I'll talk to you on the flip side. Have a good day. Love you. Bye bye for now. And another thing that goes without saying is be careful that you do not impede the growth of the good bacteria by maybe using an antibacterial soap, or maybe you cleaned your vessel with some antibacterial, maybe and that you don't have another ferment in the way, or something that could be blocking your ferment or impeding the growth of your ferment. Because all ferments, like when I'm doing one, my kefir is on one counter several feet away, my kombucha or june is on in another space several feet away, and my sourdough is one place. Or if I'm doing my sodas or anything, everything is set apart from one another so that they don't cross contaminate or impede or whatever. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there as well. It's alive.